Okay, so as we are actually doing our video, so as per our video series, this is another video. Okay, so in this video I am actually going to answer some of the questions, and now let's get started. Okay, wait, let me clarify something. Okay, all right, so okay, now the first question is, which is related to advertisements. Do you like watching advertisements? Well, I love to. It actually depends on my mood. For example, if I am in serious mood, or if I am actually doing something which is very important or crucial for me. Suppose I am actually working, and all of a sudden, and if I actually see constant or irrelevant advertisements on that moment, uh, it drives me to become very angry, and on that moment I actually hit the roof. Okay, all right, so but whenever I am actually in free mood, that means in my downtime, I at times love to actually scroll, and there is an amazing algorithm. I will have to actually ensure that, because this social media platform actually works based on our interest. Okay, for example, if I am actually particularly interested in entertainment, the authority will actually, we will actually crop many advertisements related to entertainment. Okay, and if I am actually inclined with education, so on that moment I will actually get this kind of information or advertisements, right? Okay, so whenever I am in good mood, on that moment, yes, I actually feel like to get more advertisements related to my field or my interest. Let's say I am a huge fan of taking actually online courses, because it actually, at the end of the day, it actually matters a lot. Okay, and it actually boosted our confidence. At the same time, we can actually be global citizen. Right now, the people will be actually valued for by their skills. How many skills do they actually have? So I reckon that yes, at times I actually enjoy, and at times I actually become very angry. So it actually depends on the circumstances. Okay, now let's move on our next question. Okay, all right, so this is, will you buy something because of an advertisements? The same question, the I will have to actually answer in the similar way that I actually answered the previous one. And since it was actually asking me that will I actually buy. Okay, for example, if it is actually relevant with my field, with my interest, or if I'm actually thinking of doing so, on that moment, yes, there is a high chance that I can actually purchase. Okay, but let's say I am not actually interested in entertainment genre, and if they are actually telling me, or there are advertisements, they are actually advertising related to entertainment, like dance, singing. Okay, dancing, singing, and drawing, for example. Okay, so if I am not interested in that particular genre, so there is a high possibility that I will not actually take any kind of course from there, right? Okay, but so when it actually comes to my career development, because I love to actually watch that kind of videos related to personal development. So whenever it actually comes to this, on that moment, yes, there is a high chance that I may actually purchase. And let me tell you one thing. Last month I actually purchased one courses as well. And yeah, I whenever I actually get chance, and I love to actually whenever it actually matches with my interest and with my alignment, on that moment, yes, I actually purchase that kind of course. So yeah, it will actually depends on my needs. Okay, and I will not actually purchase randomly any courses. Thank you. Okay. The third question, that is, how do you feel when you see pop-ups ads on the internet? Uh, I at times or sometimes actually feel a bit happy, because just think about the algorithm actually works as I told you, that our interest. And not only that, if I am actually chatting with my friends, and if I am actually talking about purchasing or upgrading my PC, so after talking to him, and once I am actually going to the social media, I literally became shocked, because it actually made me surprised. Why? Because whenever I am actually talking, and I am not actually sharing all of those things, but just think about how powerful the GPT, that means the chat bot of that kind of platform. So I am actually talking to my friends, or through message, through over the phone, or somehow I am actually talking to them. But all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, I will have to say, after talking this, I somehow realized that, oh my goodness, what is actually going on? I was actually talking about that with my friends, and right now I am actually looking all of those things in my feed. So isn't it amazing? Okay, so yeah, and whenever it actually comes to my interest, my what should I actually say? My alignment. So on that moment, I actually feel happy, because it actually reminds me, oh, I need to actually develop these courses. And somehow, luckily, I actually got that kind of advertisements. Yes, maybe it will actually help. Okay, and if I am not interested, so on that moment, it actually drives my blood boil. Okay, that means I actually become very furious. What's wrong with that? Okay, why am I actually looking this kind of advertisement? Okay, anyway, so that actually happened. And one more thing, and when I am actually doing any serious work on any website, or I am actually reading or going through any documents, important documents in any kind of website, on that moment I actually randomly face some of the things. That means there are not many, numerous advertisement I actually see over there, which actually kills too much time. And not only that, it actually agitated me as well. So yeah, and uh, I actually at times become very happy or sad due to this kind of advertisement, because this kind of advertisements, that means the advertisers actually focus their consumers very very well. Okay, and they have their own marketing ploy. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, next question. I am actually going to answer, that is, do you like funny or serious advertisements? Of course, I like funny advertisements. Just think about whenever we are actually, if I would like to actually say about myself, so I most of the times actually do not hang out with that much people. I'm actually a bit conservative, and I love to actually stay alone. So yeah, whenever I'm actually doing something, and if I actually see any kind of funny advertisements, so yeah, it actually made me a bit laugh, and it actually refreshes my mind, and it actually boosted my boosted my energy as well. So yeah, I love that kind of advertisements. Not always, but it depends, and it has to be in our serious moment, not serious moment. It has to be in our when we are actually a bit calm, and we are just random scrolling on that moment. Yeah, it will actually do. Okay. All right. Now the next question is, what makes a good advertisement? Okay, a good advertisement means, just think about, why why the advertisers are advertising. First of all, they need to actually make sure that, okay, so that means they are actually informing us something. It may be products, services, or anything. Okay, so there has to be very, very specifically mentioned over there. That means what they are actually offering, or what do they want to say. Okay, so whenever any customers will actually get this kind of leaflet, brochures, flyers on that moment, so that they don't have to actually think that, oh my goodness, what is actually written here, I'm not being able to, it's all French language to me. Okay, so it's all French to me. That means I'm not actually getting any point of this. So if it actually represented like this way, so I think, or I reckon that people will not actually be very happy with that. Rather, there will be actually they will be actually a bit bored. At the same time, they might not actually get that kind of pay to the customers, resulting into the company actually will lose their potential customers. Okay, so a good advertisement has to be very, very authentic, number one, because there are many misleading information actually going on, and so that has to be actually in check with the help of the authority. That means the concerned authority, they should actually regulate this kind of things as well. Thank you. Okay, now we are actually going to answer the next topic, that is art and photography. Okay, the first thing, okay, I am actually going to answer all about art. Okay, all right, so do you like art? Yes, I love to actually I love to actually draw, and I love art. And recently in this year, I actually took a challenge that I will actually learn drawings. And to be more specifically, if I would like to actually say, so I don't love to actually portray the animal's picture. Rather, I am actually thinking of doing something which is related to object. Okay, I will learn. I hope that I will definitely be able to learn this drawing within 4 months. Okay, so that means I will be able to actually draw anything. It may be anything, what should I actually say? Many any objects except animal. Okay, so that, like icon, okay, icon, and yeah, that kind of things. Okay, so that's what I am actually thinking of, and it means that actually I love earth except the animals. Thank you. Okay, so the next question is, do you think art classes are necessary? Of course, because just think about this kind of skills is transferable skills. And let's say I know how to draw, and I know about drawings, but I am not actually teaching anyone. Okay, so if I don't actually expose this, so there is a high chance that people will not get that kind of knowledge, right? And you can actually say that people can actually learn from the YouTube, or there are many free courses as well. Okay, let me clarify. No matter how many videos and how many teachers are online, that means who are providing a free services, that means they are uploading their videos and their videos related to this, and they don't have any specific syllabus. Okay, so if you would like to do something, so you need to have a coach. Just think about, there are loads of players. For example, if I would like to put CR7 or Messi, Neymar, whoever. Okay, so any name, okay, any player. So don't they have any coach? Obviously they have. So that means you will have to have a coach for learning. Okay, because coach means what? he actually went through this, and he knows ins and outs and what to do and what not to do, right? Everything. So whenever we will have this kind of classes, that means we will be able to actually learn it very shortly. And not only that, we will have abundance time to actually learn another thing, because our life is limited. And yes, and one more thing, let me clarify, that is, there is no word exists in terms of actually learning. You can learn from your birth to cradle. Okay, that means if you like to learn, there is no border or frontiers of learning. Okay, you can learn whatever you actually want, but there is a fundamental basic that we need to actually learn. For learning all of those things, so it will take by yourself, if you would like to learn, so it may take many times, but if you have the classes, it will be very easy and effective. So yes, I reckon that art classes is necessary only for those who are literally learning, try to learn something by their own. And if they don't have any kind of their own phase, and they can actually go this kind of classes. Okay, the next question is, how do you think art classes affect children's development? Of course, I must mention that, because it has to be very clear, because let me explain why am I actually telling you this. Because art classes, okay, so whenever they are actually in art classes, that means they are actually drawing. Okay, and whenever they are actually drawing something, so on that moment they are working on it, their minds, their hand, their everything is actually working. And as we know that there is only one resources that actually we have, which does not actually lower or reduce based on your working. And for let's say, let me make it very easy for you to understand. Just think about, we have our footwear or shoes. If we use this, there is a high chance, not high chance, it will, or it must be, right? And it will be what? It will be a bit erosion, right? And that means after certain time, it may actually be what? It will be torn, right? Or it may be disused, right? We will not be able to actually use it anymore, right? Okay, that means it has a expired date. Like expired date, I need to actually say in different way. That means it has a lasting time, right? That means it will be able to actually serve like 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, right? 1 year, 2 year, something like that. There is a specific time frame. Okay, all right. On the other hand, if we actually work on our brain, the brain functions in a way that means the brain is like a plant. Okay, if you actually nurture the plant actually grows, right? So what actually happens is, so whenever you are actually watering and you are actually taking care of this, so it will actually grow. The same thing actually happen with our brains. Okay, so whenever we are actually doing something, when we are actually thinking of doing something, so we are actually working on our brain, right? And the pressure is actually and we have neuron in our brain. Okay, neuron is actually connected with another. Okay, so whenever we are actually thinking something, so our neuron actually becomes stronger. Okay, resulting into they might actually develop their creativity, their problem solving skills, their that means overall the brain development. So I will highly request to the parents, those who are actually thinking of their child's future, they should actually involve their son or daughter in any kind of activity. That means whenever people or child are in any kind of activities, they learn so many things and their brains become sharper. Okay, so that's why I reckon that yes, art schools affect significantly in children's development. Okay, now let's move on our next question, that is, what benefits can you get from painting as a hobby? Okay, so there may be numerous benefits that I can actually get from painting as a hobby. If I chose that painting as a hobby, so what will I actually do? I will just try to actually copy that. Okay, so once I am, let's say I am actually thinking of drawing a mango, and I am not being able to actually I'm not being able to, initially it will actually happen that I'm not being able to actually draw it properly, and the more I actually practice, the more I will be able to actually learn that. That means the perfect shape I will be able to actually make. So that kind of dedication, it will actually enhance my never give up mentality. Okay, and I will actually develop this. And not only that, by doing this, I actually if I can actually ace that or successfully actually completed that, so I will get a good impression from my mind that, since you have been able to actually do that, and if you try another thing, you will also be able to do that. That kind of winning mindset we will develop. And last of all, if I would like to actually mention, that is, so whenever we are actually thinking of painting, so it will be a bit fun for us, because whatever we are actually thinking of, if we don't like to say anything, or or if I am not actually interested to talk to anybody, let's say I am hungry, I need food. So if I actually draw some foods and what I would like to actually eat, and show the picture like this, I want that means it will also, that means it will also actually increase our what would be the suitable answer for this, our our another way of conveying our message. Okay, so that's what I actually think from my side. Okay, I might be wrong as well. Okay, anyway, all right, now let's move on the next question, which is about photograph. Okay, do you like to take photographs? Honestly, I am not actually a big fan of taking pictures of mine, but I love to actually take picture of others. And in fact, there is a funny thing as well, because whenever I actually take anyone's picture, they actually become so happy because I actually say them to stand like this way, and I actually works as a model expert. Okay, so that means I actually guide them how to do and what to do, what not to do. Okay, like this. Okay, I actually told them about the pose or something like that. So whenever I actually take pictures, they actually become very happy. And whenever they actually took my picture, and they actually take the picture is which is really awful. Okay, terrible. And I don't actually feel that kind of good, because just think of, I am actually taking the people's picture properly, but they are not being able to actually take my pictures properly. Isn't it a bit weird, or absurd? What should you actually say? I am not sure. Anyway, so yeah, I love to actually take pictures. Mostly the people's picture. Okay. All right. Now let's move on our next question. That is, do you prefer to take photos yourself, or sorry, to have other people take photos? Okay. Do you prefer to take photos yourself? Oh, Okay, I already answered that question. That is, as I told that when people actually take pictures of mine, they cannot take my pictures properly. For that reason, I am reluctant to take pictures of mine with the help of others. And in case if I am very much interested in taking pictures on that moment, yes, it depends. But mostly I don't actually like to take my own picture and with the help of others. I love to actually take my pictures by with the help of selfie and or timer camera, right? There is an option probably, and we can actually set timer, right? 5 second, 10 second, and then it will actually take a snap, right? So yeah, that's how I will take my own picture. And mostly I love to actually take the others people's picture. Okay, all right, now let's move on our next question, that is how often do you take photographs? There is no specific time or a specific number of that, because it actually depends on the situation or on the view. For example, if I have gone to an unknown places, and if I see the same thing or same thing once and again, okay, so on that moment I don't actually take that kind of photos. But when I actually notice something captivating on that moment, yes, I love to take photos. But there is no hard and fast rules. That means I will have to take that amount of pictures, or yeah, that kind of intention I actually don't have. Anyway, and now let's move on our next question, that is, do you prefer to take pictures of people or of scenery? Okay, I already told you I love to actually take pictures of the people, not scenery, because for taking photos of the scenery I will have to actually go out, and mostly it has to be like in the field, or in the jungle, or in the wildlife. Okay, so which is not actually possible for me, and in fact I actually don't like that much, as since there are lots of people, and whatever whoever we want, we can actually take different types of photos. In case whenever we actually take photos of the people, and if we can actually take the pictures in a good way, and if you show them, oh my goodness, that smile that we actually see in their face, oh my, that's mind-blowing. Trust me, that's mind-blowing. Okay, so yes, once I actually took one of the street boy probably, and his picture, and when I just showed the picture to him, oh my god, he actually literally cried and laughed at the same time. And I was actually asking, why are you actually, because he said that no one actually took the pictures, like in a way, because not in a way, he actually said that nobody actually nobody actually took the pictures of his during his life, and he is probably 15 to 16, that means teenage boy. So I actually asked why, and what do you want to do, and why is his parents, he said that he is orphaned. And I actually enjoyed my whole day with him, and I roam with him, I and along with my friends actually, I wanted to give him something. Yeah, anyway, so I am actually going off the topic. Anyway, now let's coming back to our uh, main era. Okay, main area, or main platform, right? What should I actually say? Anyway, so am I funny? Maybe. Okay, all right. Do you take many photographs when you travel? No, I don't love to actually take too much photograph in terms of traveling. I actually take which is mandatory. That means if I don't take the pictures, it will not be look good. So on that moment, yes, I love to actually take photographs. But what I actually do is, when I am visiting somewhere, I'm traveling, I actually like and I love to enjoy the real time moment, because I experienced many of my friends or kith and kin that they actually would somewhere, and by the time they actually take pictures, they already spend their most of the time, and at the time actually coming back from there, they actually couldn't see that kind of places properly. So this is a lesson that we can actually learn, that is, wherever we're actually going, yes, we need to actually verify that, and right now we have lots of resources on YouTube or internet, right? So from that moment we can actually collect that, right? But whenever we are actually going there, we need to enjoy the real life scenery. That means these environment, I reckon that, and it will depend on the people's psychology as well, but I prefer that to enjoy the real life. So for that reason, I actually don't that kind of photographs in terms of traveling. Okay. Okay, now let's move on our next question, that is, do you like looking at photograph of yourself? Uh, at times I love, and at times not. And mostly I actually don't like, because people actually cannot take my photographs, as I told you before. So yeah, and anyway, I love myself, but not in a what should be the suitable word, in a wallpaper way. That means in a photograph, I don't like that kind of. As we can see over there, right? There is a scenery. Are you able to see that? Okay. Anyway, so that kind of things I actually don't like. Okay. Anyway, so now let's move on our next question. That is, have you put any photographs you have taken on the walls in your house already? Already, yes, I have many photographs that I actually took, and from there, one of the photographs that I actually took, all of a sudden, as I told you that I am not actually a big fan of the taking picture of the scenery, and unfortunately, I actually fortunately or unfortunately, I will have to say that fortunately, I actually captured one of the pictures that was really captivating, because it really motivating, because just the picture was all about one bird was actually feeding her baby with the help of with the help of her what's the name of this, beak. Okay, beak. Okay, so it actually reminds us, that means just think about, I realize that there is small amount of food, and the birds just brought that, and she has four small birds, that means kids, and she was actually feeding them, and without thinking without thinking her meal. That means she is not actually thinking of herself. She's actually thinking of her children. Okay, so yeah, it sorry, it actually gives me a vibe that how our parents are actually doing for us. That means at times I saw that my parents actually did lots of things for me, and without having some of the food, they would actually offer them. And when we actually even don't know, and we actually know it later, that because just think of, I love chickens, and there is a chickens, and I asked that have everyone eaten the chickens, because I love to actually eat chickens, and I already have my own, but there was another part. So I just said that is there anyone remaining? So my mom said no, everyone already have had. Okay, so yeah, so when he already told me that to have this, so I said that okay, I will have after certain time. So okay, so I actually have that, and had that, and after that I actually noticed that my mom was actually eating eating her lunch without any proteins. So I was actually asking that why what's the point of actually not having the, you already said that you had, and there is no chickens, only what actually having with egg. Okay, no protein means I will have to actually say egg. Okay, so she was actually having with egg. She said that no problem, because you love chickens, that's why we actually lied with you that yes, we have had. Okay, so that actually reminds me that kind of moment, and we actually even don't know how sacrifice they actually did for us. Okay, and yeah, it is really pathetic, and at the same time it actually reminds us that we, how mothers or fathers, that means the parents, love us, and how they actually rear us. Okay, anyway, so I have been a bit emotional for that. And now coming back to our next questions. All right, for today's video there is no question remaining. That means there is not any other question. So I hope that you already got the messages that I already told you, that I am making these kind of videos as a practicing purpose. I don't care anybody. If you don't like, you may leave. Okay, I am not actually telling you to watch this. I am just ensuring or making sure you that if you would like to actually develop, you need to actually start your speaking journey. Okay, so I am here to motivate you that. Okay, so I'm actually doing, and as I told you that I am not actually cutting any point of that videos. Okay, so it is all about practicing. Okay, practice, and practice. I'm already doing the same thing. Okay, so that's what I would like to actually say, and I would like to have say that. Okay, so I will catch you in the next video, probably tomorrow. So up until that, bye bye, take care, and practice by yourself. And if you have partner, go with him or her, and if you don't, you can actually practice on your own, as I am actually doing. Okay, so this is Faiz signing off.